Road mapping a plan to get an entry-level mining job. Conversations about mining. Hi, Jess. How are you?
Yeah, great. Thanks, Andrew. How you going?
Yeah, really good. Thank you. So in this video, we're going to talk about making a plan, road mapping a plan out, because
Yep,
unfortunately, the industry's been turned on its head in the last 6 months. And where people thought
yep.
that they could get a job, they probably can't anymore. And some of the places that they weren't looking for jobs is where all the jobs are at the moment. So how would you make a plan at the moment?
At the moment, I would definitely start having a bit more of a look around about what's actually available in the entry level market. I have a lot of people ring still and say, "Oh, I'm looking for a dump truck traineeship, a surface dump truck traineeship." I have people calling all day, every day about that, and I'm like, "You missed the boat
Yeah,
on
you
that
need a
one."
TARDIS for one of
Um,
those.
Yeah, you definitely do. I would definitely look. I always say to people, I know I always bang on about underground mining almost as much as you. At the moment, that is where I would be looking. If I was going back into the industry, green, fresh, had no idea what I was doing and no qualifications and nothing, and just had a driver's license, I would 100% be looking at underground. And that's because of the way that industry is trending at the moment with gold and copper prices being so high. You can get a really awesome job. Underground truck operators, nippers, drillers, offsiders, service crew. You can get a lot of these roles, which generally aren't available at an entry level, and can be an awesome career. If you're going into mining to chase money and you want, longevity in a role, 100% I would be looking at underground. That's what I would do if I was going to start again and I was going into an entry level now. Some people may be a bit funny about underground. That's why we always recommend to do the training with Andrew, whether you do the three-step plan package or the DIY, and just educate yourself about what they're actually looking for, what a day is going to look like, how the mine works, all the terminology, so you can ace the interview and go in armed with that knowledge and know what you're walking into. If that kind of, if you think, oh, I'm not sure about underground, or you do the course and you go, nah, underground's not for me, then I would probably be looking at, depending on what your background is, then you're looking at probably having to spend a lot more money on tickets and upskilling yourself in some way to look for an entry level job, which is not always guaranteed. So that's why I always steer people in this
Yeah,
direction.
start where the most jobs are, and the most. If you
Yeah,
just have to look, type underground into Seek, and you'll see all the entry level jobs come up. They're everywhere,
yeah,
and
they are.
yeah, it's just it's ridiculous how much works around if you actually know where to look. But like we were saying in
Yeah,
another video just before, if you look on social media and a lot of the mining groups that are supposed to know what the hell's going on at the moment, it's all doom and gloom because it is
yeah,
doom and gloom, in coal and lithium and nickel and iron ore and all those sort of places. But gold and copper is just going, they're swinging from the trees and everybody's having to employ new starters. Nobody wants to. And what the good thing
no,
about doing the training is that it puts you 6 to 8 weeks ahead of everybody else that they're interviewing for those jobs. And if you do it and
yeah,
you decide that you don't want to do it, it still teaches you the rules about how it all works. So we've just had a lady get a surface job in New South Wales, Natalie. She
yeah,
did the training and she sent us a lovely email telling us how it helped her move into the industry quite smoothly, even though, it was a surface truck that she was driving. So the rules are exactly the same for the surface as they are underground. So there's a lot of transferable skills. And there's still a
yeah,
few jobs on the surface, but the majority of the work is hard rock underground or exploration. And if you're going to go
yeah,
exploration, you got to like camping. That's what I tell everybody.
yeah.
Because yeah, it's it's fun. If you like camping, it's money for jam. But if you don't, then it can be I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, sort of thing.
Oh no, me
Um,
neither.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just it's one of those jobs that it's not for everybody, unfortunately. But yeah, there's
No.
if you when you're making a plan, you need to, a lot of people put the cart in front of the horse. They go and
Hmm.
pick something that they think's a job, like your surface truck
Yeah,
driving job. And
yeah,
those jobs just don't exist anymore. They've all been turned driverless. And the few that are around are based around the big mines, and a lot of those big mines are based in country towns. So
yeah,
yeah, so it is what it is regards to that. But yeah, if you want a mining job as quickly as possible, what I tell everybody is to educate yourself and then look to head to one of the big mining towns like Mount Isa or Kalgoorlie. Kalgoorlie is probably the best place to go because there's 50 mines within 100 k's all looking for people. And so there's
yeah.
there's quite a lot of work around Cal. But yeah, with the gold price at the price that is at the moment, it's not going to go down anytime soon. That's where your long-term jobs are. And once you learn how to hard rock mine as well, you use the same method whether you're gold mining or copper mining or nickel or lead or zinc or
Yeah.
silver or whatever. It's all the same method. It's all the same method except for coal. Coal uses a different
Yeah.
method, but the hard rock method that we teach you in the training is used for all those mines. So it gives you a really good scope. But yeah, gold's where it's at. And if I was planning to get a mining job, that's the way I'd be going, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too. And while we're talking about putting the horse before the cart, um, just for anyone that's looking for an entry level admin role, like within the mining industry, that doesn't exist essentially, unless you know someone that is going to get you a job. You cannot just walk into an admin role, no matter your experience, no matter your qualifications, no matter if you've been an administration manager for the best companies ever. If you don't have experience on the programs and with like doing what they do as a site admin or in a village, you're never going to get into those roles. So please, that's why we always say if you do want to get in, whether it's an admin or any other role, and you're having trouble getting in or you're not really sure where to start, please give one of us a call and have a chat, because we'll be able to help you figure out what roles you actually meet the requirements for and make this whole process of actually gaining an entry level job a lot easier and a lot less stressful and take a lot less time.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Time's the big thing. Yeah, if you can
Yeah.
reduce the time down by educating yourself and getting all your ducks in a row before you
Mm-hmm.
start, it makes a huge
Yeah.
difference. And yeah, the
Yeah.
biggest thing is looking in the right place where the employers are actually hiring people. You can look back through the
Yeah.
page. I always say, two things that we recommend: go where the employers have got no choice but to hire new starters, and that's gold mines, and then give them what they want, somebody that knows what's going on. So yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, yeah, if you've got any more questions that you'd like to ask about the industry, please send them through. And if you could share this information around and like and subscribe the channel. Thanks.
Thanks.